Down in Tampa Bay, there's this local radio show that's doing way more than just spinning records. It's actually on a mission to completely flip a cultural narrative, and it all starts with this one super powerful idea: smart is the new gangster.
All right, so let's just jump right in with a question for you. Have you ever wondered why we're so fascinated by villains in pop culture? You know, from the old school mob bosses to the anti-heroes we see today, there's just something about the bad guy that totally grabs our attention.
I mean, think about it. You've got the classic cool of Vito Corleone in The Godfather, the raw ambition of Tony Montana in Scarface, and even new guys like Ghost from the show Power. It's clear that American pop culture has this long history of making criminals look, well, kind of heroic.
So that kind of begs the question, right? What is it about the gangster's appeal? Why does this one type of character have such a tight grip on our culture?
Well, the classic gangster story it's really powerful stuff. It's almost always about somebody who comes from nothing and claws their way to the top with pure guts and daring. They've got the street smarts, this worldly wisdom, and they break all the rules. And that defiance, that's what's so appealing, especially to younger folks. And here's the crazy part. Even though we know their stories pretty much always end in a tragic, violent way, we still can't help but get drawn in by their charisma.
And that right there is the huge problem. When young people see these characters put on a pedestal, some of them might try to copy that lifestyle. The line between what's on screen and what's real gets all blurry. And the tragic part is they can end up meeting a similar fate, but not in a movie, in their own neighborhoods.
So what do? How do you even begin to fight back against the story that's so popular? Well, a counter movement started to pop up, and its whole goal was to redefine what it even means to be cool. And the group behind this is the Community Development and Training Center, or CDAT for short. They saw the negative impact this was having and decided, you know what? We need to create an alternative, a totally new, positive path for people to follow. So what they did was create this direct contrast to the whole gangster myth. It's pretty brilliant. Instead of daring and defiance, the new model's all about education. Instead of enterprise and crime, it's about using your knowledge in the right way. And that doesn't lead to a violent downfall. It leads to long-term success and being able to rely on yourself.
And they wrapped this whole new philosophy up in one perfect, unforgettable phrase: smart is the new gangster. I mean, how great is that? It's a direct challenge to that old way of thinking. It reclaims the idea of being powerful and successful, but says you get there through your brain and hard work.
Okay, but a cool slogan is one thing, right? It's only as powerful as the action you put behind it. And that's exactly where the new I.M.A.G.E project comes in. It's all about turning this awesome idea into a real, structured plan.
So the whole strategy is wrapped up in this acronym I.M.A.G.E. It stands for New Information, Media, Arts, Graphics, and Entertainment. And that's the genius of it. It's a plan to fight this battle on every single cultural front, basically using the same tools, media, art, entertainment, but to spread a positive message for a change.
And the project is super practical. They're actually out there creating their own positive media. We're talking films, music, they even have a Smart is the New Gangsta mixtape, and art. They publish articles, they put on community events, and they are constantly promoting positive role models and images that are actually worth looking up to.
So you've got this great message, but how do you get it out there to the people who really need to hear it? Well, you need a voice, and for this whole movement down in Tampa Bay, that voice comes through loud and clear, right on the local radio. And that voice is the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. People are calling it one of the most informative shows in the area. It's basically the flagship, the main stage for the Smart is the New Gangster movement. It's how they bring this whole conversation right to the community week after week.
The show's hosted by your brother John, Shorty Soprano, and Reno Moore. You can catch them live on Monday mornings at 7:30 on 99.1 FM, that's 99 Jams, and they also stream on Facebook Live on Sundays at 11 a.m. See, it's all about making sure the message is easy to find right where people are already tuning in.
But, this isn't just another talk show. In a world full of podcasts and global media, you might be asking, why does a local radio show still matter so much? What makes it so impactful?
Well, according to PBS, the show is literally uplifting the airwaves in the St. Pete area. And that's the key, right there. They're not just talking at their listeners, they're talking with them and for them. It's all driven by a real, genuine passion to make a positive difference in their own community.
And really, that's the biggest takeaway here. The Tampa Bay Breakfast Club is more than just a radio show. It's the living, breathing version of this whole mission. It's where the smart is the new gangster philosophy stops being just a slogan and becomes real action every single week. It's a legit tool for empowering the community.
So the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club is just this incredible example of how local media can create real, positive change. And that kind of leaves us with a final question to think about. What are the voices that are shaping your community? And maybe more importantly, what message are they sending?